Hi, I'm Joel Crawford, director.
I'm sorry.
That was my line. I'll fight you with this cat. That's not what that says. Hi, I'm Joel Crawford, director of Puss in Boots: The Last Wish.
And I'm Daniel Mercado, co-director of Puss in Boots: The Last Wish.
And today, we're going to be showing you how to draw some of our favorite characters from our film.
Let's get started.
Ready? 1, 2, after you.
Wait, what?
So now, I'm going to show you how to draw Puss in Boots.
Fear me if you dare.
He's got this big ego. He's a legend. He's a larger-than-life character and does heroic stances. And so I think I might put something like that. I like to start out with a circle for his head. And if you're trying to kind of keep the proportions of him, I usually will go the length of 2.5 of his heads. And that's giving me the general height. I'm gonna draw some lines that will essentially be where his legs will be pointing. You see that? So it's almost like a little triangle that's going back up to his head. And then what we're gonna do is start to put in some triangles for the feet. Then, oh, I feel a cute cat under me. Fun fact, on the movie, the whole time we had them around for inspiration, just around the office, everywhere. All right, so I draw a little bit of a half circle right there. Got a sword, points out there. This time his face is kind of pointing what we call 3/4 away. He's looking up proudly, and so I'm drawing these crosshairs to see where his face is angled. Now I'm gonna draw his hat, which is kind of this shape. What we do next, we're gonna draw these shapes for the eyes right here. And then we're going to draw where his eyes are looking. Simple shapes right there. And then he's got this little mouth. So we're drawing a circle right there. If you look at his nose, it almost looks like a little heart shape. So I like drawing, it can be a triangle to simplify. Now, we're gonna draw the bottom of his mouth. So there we go, we got a little confident smirk on him. And we're gonna draw his chin right down there. A little line that connects his nose to his mouth. And then we're gonna draw his whiskers. He kind of almost has, his whiskers, if you look at them, they almost look like a little mustache.
What? What's funny?
Now I think we need his eyebrows. So one's down and maybe one's up. Something you'll find when you draw, you sometimes do the expression yourself while you're drawing. That means you're feeling the character. Now he's got his belt right here. I'm just draw 2 lines. And then I'm gonna go ahead and fill in his arm. And then a little half circle is where his paw, it's like he's sitting like that. Now we're gonna add a little bit more detail to his boots. So I'm gonna draw these almost like little rectangles. And then one tall rectangle, because he wears high heel boots. And there's wrinkles in the boots, makes him feel a little bit more natural. We're gonna go ahead and give a little bit more detail to that sword. This is the handle of the sword. And then this is the point. And then we're gonna add his cape. Yeah, he's gotta have a heroic cape.
Do you know a good place to get some gazpacho?
Just draw a little bit of a curve there. And the last thing that is missing in this would be the feather. This is just a couple squiggles and a line down the middle so it can feel like a feather. He kind of has these calico lines on him, so even though I'm not doing color here, you can see where his orange and black fur is, and other areas are his white fur. And there you have it, Puss in Boots.
Get home safely. Good night.
Next, we're going to do Kitty Soft Paws.
Soft paws. Kitty soft paws. There's music in a name like that. Kitty soft paws.
This is Puss in Boots' partner in crime.
May I please see the map?
No.
I like to start with the circle for the head, measure out 3 circles for body, and same thing, she's just as confident, if not more confident than Puss, so I'd like to give her, again, that curve for one side of the body and another line for the other. Folded arm on the right side, a line for a sword arm on the left side. And now that we have her whole body, we could start with her face, make her different from Puss, you know, beautiful female cat. I'd like to put her features a little lower on the circle. Start with actually her triangle nose there, just to kind of indicate where you have her lower features. And then instead of circles for eyes, I like to actually draw like these diamond almond shape for her eyes. And then I give her the big circle pupils, just like Puss.
Those eyes are even bigger than yours.
And also give her a confident expression, like so. And let's not forget that cat mouth, that little W for the muzzle. I like to give her kind of this cool eyeshadow, darker line on top, and a couple lines for eyelashes. And then just give her a little more shape. I like to add this kind of C-shaped line at her muzzle there. And then we use triangles for her ears. Nice big ears. And now that we have her basic head shape, again, we could start giving her all the accessories to make her, you know, the adventurous cat we know. So we'll start with putting a line halfway through her body, give that almond shape for her belt buckle, and another line here to complete her belt. So her sword is a little different from Puss's, kind of like a triangle shape for the cut part.
It's Browning time! Ah!
Give her sword a couple of lines for the point, and then rectangles for the tops of her boots, little triangles for her feet. And you can cut into these shapes to like make a heel, and then give her a little swirl for her tail. And then that's all the blocked in shapes for Kitty. And then again, you could add details if you want to add angle to her head, make her more cat-like. I like to kind of add an outline to make characters pop a little bit more. A little tuft of hair. Just give easy shading around. And she has a white tip tail. And then also like to color her boots. And that is Kitty Softpaws.
Nice catching up with you.
Where are you going?
You're still here? You want me to show you one more character? All right, Perrito.
I live under the porch. It can get a little lonely down there. It's mostly controlled by the rats and the centipedes, but I have my own little corner.
Perrito is this sweet little dog,
Oh, thank you.
and he has a little beanie that makes him look like he's a cat.
Full disclosure, I'm not a cat. I'm a dog.
Because he's got a big old head, I start with a big old circle. And don't worry about drawing a perfect circle. As you can see, mine isn't. I'm gonna draw a little line down the middle that's indicating where the middle of his face is. Perrito's gonna have a, what's happening behind me? Mischievous little cats. What we're gonna do is we're gonna put two big old triangles sticking out the side. He's incognito.
You don't look like a cat.
And then draw a line right there at the top of the forehead. Now we've got kind of where the beanie is. The next thing we're gonna do is place his eyes. Make the eyes these big circles. He's got this little, like, almost like a little pig snout. So you can kind of put a little oval right there. He always has like a smile, what we call asymmetrical. So what I'm gonna do here is let that smile just keep rising up there. I've drawn two lines, one for the top of his mouth and one for the bottom. He always has his mouth open. I'm gonna draw a U shape for a tongue. Maybe a little tooth going there. So I'm gonna go ahead and draw big old pupils, the black part of his eye, right there, staring at you. When you smile, your eyelids go up. But because he's smiling crooked, only one eyelid is gonna go up. So I'm gonna put a little line right there. Okay. And now he needs his nostrils. Remember, he has a little pig snout?
Stop and smell the roses.
Seriously?
He doesn't have a long neck. So we're just gonna draw a couple lines under here. And what I'm gonna do is draw two ovals for his paws. Nice paw there, a nice paw there. This is getting fun because you can see the shape of it, but we can kind of put in some extra details now. So almost to these little triangles connected to the edge of the circle. That's gonna be his fur. I'm gonna speak up because I gotta talk over a cat that's scratching behind me. All right, we got little button eyes, literal buttons like I have on my shirt here that have been sewed onto a beanie. And then there's one more little button that he tried to make look like a nose of a cat. He's a clever dog. He used some pieces of string to make it look like the whiskers of the cat. So I'm gonna just draw a couple lines out to the side right there. I'm gonna go back. So one of the nice things when you're drawing is to get the general shape in and then to go and add details over it. I'm gonna go and color in his big old pupils.
Trust me!
And when light hits the eye, there's a little gleam, a little highlight. So you can just draw a little oval, one on the left there you could see, right? There you go. And then I'm gonna just make this line around his eye a little bit thicker because it's kind of like where his eyelashes are. We can shade in the inside of the mouth. Oh, you hear that? And then I like to add a little bit of shade on the nose right here. And done. There you go. That is my drawing of Perrito.
Believe in yourself.
The cats you've seen today were all brought to us by Heaven on Earth Cat Rescue.
They're dedicated to finding permanent homes for as many rescue cats as they can.
Organizations like this can be found all over the world
So if you're looking to adopt a cute little cat like this, check out the rescue centers near you.
because every little puss and kitty deserves a forever home. Thanks for watching, and we hope you've had fun learning how to draw with us.